Right, so what is going on in and around the Wrexham area, I hear you ask? Now, on Tuesday of this week, from the 13th of February until next Saturday, the 17th of Feb, Theatre Clwyd audiences will be treated to the Conor McPherson Olivier award-winning play, The Weir. The Weir, it's called. It's staged by the English Touring Theatre and Mercury Theatre, Colchester. And I caught up with actor John Dowd yesterday to discuss all things from The Weir and also about the Six Nations rugby. Lovely fella, had a great chat with him. Here he is, Mr. John O'Dowd.
Hey Andy, how you doing?
I'm very well. Are you well?
Oh, I'm very good.
The Weir is it's a new one on me. Could you give us a quick synopsis of it?
Yeah, it was written in 96, 97, I think, by the Irish writer Conor McPherson, and came out to huge acclaim at the time. It won all the awards, all that sort of thing. And it's set in a bar where locals gather to discuss the impending visit of a woman who's come to the area. She's bought a house, and this kind of upsets them, and certainly one of the characters is particularly upset by this, because the house was owned by a very prominent person in the community. So these guys, they live in this tiny little world, and they're kind of, fearful, I guess, of what she's going to bring to the place. But, they're kind of living in isolation, really, and harbouring secrets that, over the course of the evening, through the process of telling stories, are revealed. And it's basically a story about storytelling. And revelation of who people are in a very subtle way.
Is it set in Northern Ireland?
No, it's set in North Leitrim, Sligo, which is in the northwest of Southern Ireland.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It was called the monologue play or something, wasn't it? I mean, is it kind of quite heavy on the monologues?
Well, I wouldn't call them monologues. They're a tradition of storytelling. I mean, Ireland has a very deep culture when it comes to storytelling that comes from the tradition of the Shanachie, who was basically an individual who would tour around the countryside. It was a big event when the Shanachie came to the area, and he or she would tell stories that also kind of kept traditions ongoing. So it's I wouldn't call them monologues, which I think is a kind of a very clinical, theatrical term.
Yeah.
It's really people just sitting down over a few drinks and they start to tell some stories. So that's how I describe it as opposed to a monologue play.
Right. Technically, as an actor, if you've got a huge story to relay, both for the person relaying the story and for the rest of the actors listening to it, is there a technique that you have to sort of abide to?
Well, just believe in the story, I think, really. Conor has written it superbly. The stories are so engaging and so real, and they do. There is I suppose the stories change as the plays go on, from a traditional ghost story to a story about a man's real life situation. So each story is different and has a different momentum and tone than the next. I mean, I play a character called Jim, and he tells a ghost story that borders on that moves from ghostliness into just pure creepiness. It's wonderful. Yeah.
It sounds fantastic. I can't wait to see it. Is it? Would you say it was a comedy or a thriller, or how does it work?
I mean, there's a lot of humour in it. It's in the way that people of that part of the world, and Irish people, are just funny. Just the way that they talk, their natural way of speaking. So there's a lot of humour in it. It's not a dark, dramatic piece, but completely. Although it does touch on some very strong issues, people will be entertained by it.
I mean, obviously, it was a success in 1997. Did you say?
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously it's a success now because your tour's been extended. Is it just in the UK? I mean, I say UK, like the British Isle, the mainland. Is that all you're touring, or are you taking it to Ireland as well?
Unfortunately, no. I'd love to take it to Ireland. I really, really would. I moved over to London myself about 3.5 years ago, and I haven't been back with work. So I'd have loved to go back to do it, but unfortunately, no. We're mainly the majority of the venues are in England. We have Mould in North Wales, and we're going up to Edinburgh after that in Scotland. So. Yeah, so that's been great, you know. I mean, just to kind of travel around and see a bit of the country, it's been fantastic for me personally.
Yeah, I think you'll love. Have you been to Theatre Clwyd before?
No, never. And you know, like Mould, like, and that theatre has almost like this kind of mythical quality in the theatre industry. I'd heard about it, you know, this relatively small town with this theatre with a huge reputation.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to get there. I'm really looking forward to it. I come from a small town myself, so I definitely will feel at home, I think.
It's a stunning place.
Right, that's right. Well, I know Tamara Harvey there does great work in the theatre. It's so exciting, really, you know. And I do get that kind of feeling of that I am, you know, and the truth of it is that I am going to another country. It's fantastic. I love it. And, you know, it's Wales. I mean, you know, Irish people, Welsh people, we just get on.
yeah, exactly. I think there is a sort of a bond between, and the Scottish as well. There seems to be that Caledonian kind of, and the Welsh and the Irish. We all seem to sort of have some sort of link. And we gang up against the English, apparently.
Absolutely. Actually, all the very, very best to Wales on Saturday, I think you're playing England.
That's, yes, we have, yeah.
In the rugby, and it's a resurgent Wales, of course. The press, yet again, have written them off before they even get started.
Yeah.
And they go and hammer Scotland, and all of a sudden they're looking like major contenders. So I can't wait. That's going to be a great. I was actually hoping really that I'd be there for the Ireland-Wales game, but just hasn't. The timetable hasn't worked out.
So how as the tour panned out then? Did you get different reactions from different parts of the country?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. There's such a different identity between the north of England and the south of England. You know, I mean, I think the play has touched everybody, but in the north of England, they tend to be a little bit more outspoken about, you know, how they feel about it.
Yeah, and Conor McPherson, I mean, this was his first. I mean, he's written quite a few plays, hasn't he? But this was his first kind of hit, as it were. Is he still quite heavily involved with it?
Well, we did have conversation with him during the process. The director got in touch. I believe he's coming to see it. I don't know when or where, but I had heard that he was quite excited by our interpretation of it. But he's not on a, you know, like, I mean, he's not involved on a day-to-day practical basis, but he apparently is, he signs off on all the casting and all of that sort of stuff, so his touch is there.
I mean, it's just the poster. You know, when you see a poster of the play and you think, oh God, that looks good.
Yeah. Do you know, the poster is great, and that photographer is incredible. It's a very serious poster. We're all, you know, looking out into the space, this great depth, and, you know, almost melancholy. That does like the humour and lightness of a lot of it. It's a great portrait. I know one with the what's described in the script as a festive-looking cardigan. I look kind of like one of the kings of Leon in a cardigan, basically, there at the front of the bar.
I know what you mean.
Not right for it, you know.
But I was up at Theatre Clwyd the other night watching Rita Sue and Bob 2, and behind the bar there they've got a TV screen with all what's coming up, and I was looking at that and I thought, God, it looks so gritty. And I mean, almost a bit scary. Is it kind of, because it must be quite a difficult thing to get across a scary play live on stage.
Yeah, I mean, it is affecting. There's absolutely no doubt about it. I mean, we've performed this play, you know, between 80 and 90 times now at this stage, and it still gets me every single time. You know, there's elements of the storytelling that really do shift you. You know, like, you can sense from an audience, you can sense the atmosphere starting to build, and people call it because it's very intimate, like it's all in real time, set in one place in this bar, and audiences have kind of said, it's kind of like we're there, we're literally in this bar, and it's almost like the audience is an unspoken customer, like a member of the community who just happens to be, there for for this particular conversation that takes place in this moment of time. So there is that connectiveness to it, I think, and certainly afterwards people have expressed how unnerving it could be at times.
Yeah, because I've you hear a few things and people say, oh, it's a bit spooky, and you think live. I cannot in a film. You've got all sorts of different ways of making it scary, but on stage you sometimes go, oh, I'm not sure that it could,
I think what helps, I mean, the acting part, which again, I get to witness on a nightly basis, which puts me in a very privileged position because it really is an amazing cast. I hadn't actually worked with any of them before I came on board, and I'm just absolutely blessed to be, around them. So the actors themselves have just an incredible truth about them. Do you know that sort of a way? They invest all. There isn't, and we're constantly improving it. We're constantly finding new aspects and new emotions in it, which is, I haven't experienced that really at this level before. So, so there's that. And then also the set design is incredible. Like, it's just so rich. I actually come myself personally from the northwest of Ireland, so I know these bars. I know them intimately. Actually, probably too intimately. Know them very well. I was over in a couple of days ago. I went over to Ireland for a couple of days. But the set is so immaculately, beautifully pointed out. It's the director and the set designer went over to North Leitrim and spent a couple of weeks just researching, taking lots of photographs, getting a sense of the place, and they've pulled off just the most amazing set. Then we've got a music score which really brings out those haunting moments, and the lighting is incredible. Really, really amazing, affecting lighting. So all of that combined, I think, and then just the strength of the script means that I think the experience that people have feels almost like out of body. I certainly feel at times that I am nowhere else in the world. There isn't even an audience. There isn't, a John O'Dowd. I feel so immersed in it. It's an incredible thing, and it doesn't happen. You're an actor yourself, yeah?
Yeah.
You get that, but it's relatively rare. But in this play, it happens every night. It's a really, really great experience for me. So thereby, I can only assume it's going to be a great experience for the audience too. Yeah,
I can. I imagine. I just can't wait to see it. To be honest with you, just hearing you talk about it, you sort of you get. I've got to go and see this. I can't even picture seeing what it's going to be like.
Yeah, I personally find it very easy to be passionate about this show because I've experienced its development and its evolution and all of the components coming together to make something that genuinely I think is a special piece of theatre, and really people should come and see it. It's great.
Fantastic. I can't wait to see it, mate.
Lovely. Well, look, sure, I'll see you in the bar afterwards.
Yeah, I think
you're a Liverpool man, I believe, as well.
I'm a Liverpool fan. Yeah. Are you a Liverpool fan?
Oh yeah. Oh, I had pictures of men in red shirts and moustaches on my wall from a very early, from perms and moustaches. That's what's on my wall. So yeah, there was an Irish player called Steve Highway who attracted me who played for Liverpool at the time. He was an Irish international. He's gone back into the 70s now.
Yeah.
That's what pulled me into supporting Liverpool, and I've been a supporter ever since. So we can discuss,
Well, we'll decide. We'll discuss that separate struggle.
Exactly.
Lovely to speak to you, mate.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting up to Mold. It seems like a great... One of my favourite bands is from there as well, the Joy Formidable. I don't know if you know that band.
The who, sorry?
The Joy Formidable.
I'll look them up.
Look them up. Absolutely brilliant band who are, as far as I know, I could be corrected on this, but I think we're formed in Mold. So check them out. They're fantastic.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I'll play a bit of their music for you.
Brilliant. Oh, that would be great now. Do that for me, please.
Yeah.
On a final note, I just have to say, up Wales.
Cheers, mate.
It'll be a result for us all.
Yeah, absolutely. Enjoy the rugby. Enjoy your stay in North Wales.
I certainly will. Thanks a million. Looking forward to it.
Cheers, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So there you go, that is John O'Dowd from the company of the Weir coming to Theatre Clwyd on Tuesday of next week. I will give you all the dates and all the details straight after we hear from the Joy Formidable. Here they are. There you go, that is the Joy Formidable and the Little Blimp.
Calon FM.
And I played the Joy Formidable for John O'Dowd there, who he's introduced me to a cracking band, I got to tell you. I looked him up yesterday after I spoke to him, and they got some brilliant stuff. I'll check them out on Spotify if you've got it. Cracking, brilliant, the Joy Formidable. Anyway, up at Theatre Clwyd today, closing today is Rita Sue and Bob 2. The first show kicks off at 2:30, so if you want to go and see that, you better get your clogs on. And tonight, 7:30, it's their last two shows in Clwyd before they pop up to Glasgow, I think. And also as well, this Weir, the Weir, sounds like a cracking bit of work, all taking place next week at Theatre Clwyd from the 13th of February till the 17th of February. The box office number, get a pen. Here it comes. 01352 701 521. That is 01352 701 521. You can either go and see Rita Sue and Bob 2 tonight or the Weir next week. The Theatre Clwyd at the moment is going from strength to strength. Support your local theatres, girls and boys. They won't be there forever if you don't.
You're listening to the Andy Snowden Radio Show. Oh, he's gorgeous.